There was once a woman in Kuwait named Nora. In the 1990s, she was one of the most sought-after wedding singers in the region. Her voice was like honey, soothing, powerful, unforgettable. Brides dreamed of having her sing at their weddings. She had performed for the richest families in the country and even beyond its borders. Her fame brought her wealth, comfort, and admiration. But one performance changed everything. It was supposed to be her week off, a well-earned break for Nora and her all-female band of 6 talented musicians. They had been performing non-stop and needed time to rest.
The rhythm needs work.
Then the phone rang. The woman on the other end had a strange voice, calm but cold, with something off about it. She asked Nora to sing at her daughter's wedding that very night. Nora hesitated. "It's our only week off," she said politely. But the woman interrupted her. "I will pay double whatever you ask." The amount offered was more than generous. It was staggering. Nora paused for just a second before agreeing. Money like that was hard to refuse. She quickly called her band.
Double pay?
At first, the girls were reluctant, tired from their packed schedule. But once they heard about the payment, they changed their minds. Rest could wait. They packed their instruments, got into the car, and headed out into the night. As they drove, Nora felt something strange settle in her heart. An unease, a quiet whisper of doubt. She said nothing, brushing it off. The address given to them was hard to find. It was in a secluded area, almost like it didn't want to be found. But after some trouble, they finally arrived. What they saw was a magnificent villa, large, glowing with lights, and filled with people. Cars were parked all around, music spilled out from inside, and decorations glistened in the dark. The woman who had called Nora greeted them at the door. Nora recognized her voice instantly. But when the woman kissed her cheek in welcome, Nora flinched. The woman's skin was hard, rough like stone. Her clothing was also strange, like something from another time. Not wanting to appear rude, Nora said nothing. They were shown to a room where they could prepare. The furniture looked dusty and old, but they focused on the job ahead. Nora and her band got ready, changed into their performance outfits, and stepped out to begin. As soon as Nora began to sing, the crowd started pouring in, women laughing, clapping, dancing. The hall filled to the brim. The energy was wild. People cheered and praised them, kissing their cheeks and thanking them for making the night magical. But as time passed, something felt
Truly
off. The room grew hotter, suffocatingly so. One of the band members leaned toward Nora during a break. "Did you notice?" she whispered. "Their skin. It's rough. And their bodies. They're burning hot." Nora had noticed too, but she didn't want panic to spread. "It's just the excitement," she said calmly. "They've been dancing. Let's stay focused." They returned to the stage, but now the dancing had turned frantic. Wild. The women's movements no longer felt human. They moved in strange, jerky ways. And then, one of the girls on stage gasped. Their feet. They weren't human feet. Some were hooved, like goats. Others twisted at unnatural angles. The band stared at each other in terror. Their playing faltered, their voices trembled. But Nora remained strong. She met their eyes and sang louder, silently urging them, "Just keep going. Pretend everything is fine." Then it happened. One of the band members collapsed. She fainted mid-performance and dropped to the floor. Panic spread like fire across the group. Nora rushed to her side, heart pounding, trying to mask her fear. Before anyone could question what was happening, one of the strange women stepped forward. "What's wrong with her?" she asked, her voice oddly calm. Nora forced a smile. "She's just tired," she replied quickly. "We've been performing non-stop these past few weeks. Let me take her to rest and give her some water." Together with one of her teammates, Nora carried the unconscious woman into the resting room they had used earlier. The moment the door shut behind them, the band member jolted awake. Her face was pale, her eyes wide with terror. "Did you see their feet?" she gasped. "What are they? Those aren't human." Nora looked at the others. The fear she had been holding in finally cracked, just a little. "I saw it too," she whispered. "I didn't want to say anything, but now I'm sure." She paused, then spoke words that made everyone freeze. "We're at a Jinn's wedding." The room fell silent. "We can't run now," she continued. "If we show fear, if we try to escape, they might hurt us, or worse. We have to stay calm. We must act like everything is fine and perform until dawn. Then we'll leave safely, inshallah." Her words, though terrifying, gave direction. Everyone agreed. They had no other choice. So they wiped their tears, steadied their breaths, and returned to the stage. They sang and played, song after song, while inside their hearts screamed for help. The dancing grew more violent. The guests spun and jumped in unnatural patterns, their limbs twisting, eyes wild. Nora forced herself to keep singing. She could feel something watching her, something dark and ancient. And then it happened again. One of the band members couldn't take it anymore. She screamed. Instantly, the dancing stopped. The room went silent. Hundreds of faces turned toward the stage. Their eyes glowed faintly. Their smiles disappeared. Nora froze. In that instant, she made a silent plea to Allah from the depths of her heart. "Ya Allah, if you save me from this, I swear I will never sing again. I will change my life. Just save us." And then, like a mercy from the heavens, the sound of the Fajr Adhan echoed in the distance. The moment the call to prayer filled the air, everything changed. The lights in the villa flickered once, then went out completely. Darkness swallowed the room. And just like that, the guests were gone. No footsteps, no voices, nothing. Silence. The band didn't wait. They grabbed their instruments and rushed out into the night, hearts racing. Outside, the night air was cool and calm, as if nothing strange had happened. And then they saw him. An old man walking quietly toward the nearby mosque for Fajr prayer. At first, they thought he is one of them. But when he saw the terrified group of women running from the house, he froze in shock. "What are you doing here?" he asked, bewildered. "Why are you coming out of that place?" Nora tried to catch her breath. "We just finished performing at a wedding in that house," she said, pointing behind her. The man looked even more confused. "What wedding? That house has been abandoned for over 10 years. No one goes near it. People say it's haunted. Some hear screams from it at night." Nora turned to look. What had once appeared to be a lavish villa full of light, music, and people was now nothing more than a crumbling ruin. The decorations were gone, no cars, no laughter, no lights. Just an old, decayed structure, dark and lifeless. The windows were broken, the walls cracked, and weeds choked the pathway. Dust clung to every corner. The truth was undeniable. They had performed at a Jinn wedding. The horror of the night caught up with them. Nora and her team, still trembling, thanked the old man and walked away. In silence, they made their way home. No one spoke. No one dared. The next day, Nora sat alone in her room, haunted by the memories. She couldn't explain it, but her soul knew the truth. That very week, Nora made a decision that shocked everyone who knew her. She quit music completely. She canceled all future performances, returned all deposits, and even sold her musical equipment. She no longer wanted anything to do with that world. The woman who once lived in the spotlight now sought the peace of solitude, prayer, and worship. When people asked her why she had quit singing at the peak of her fame, she would sometimes share her story quietly, carefully. She even recorded a video interview once, sharing the full story of the Jinn Wedding. But mysteriously, the video cassette disappeared. No one could find it again. Yet her story lived on, passed down through family members, friends, and now countless others who continue to speak of it as a chilling reminder of the unseen world that surrounds us. This is not just a ghost story or a frightening tale. It's a wake-up call. As Muslims, Allah has given us clear guidance through Quran, dua, and daily adkar, remembrances, to guard ourselves. The jinn exist, just as angels do. Some among them are good, and others are not. Nora's experience became a turning point. What could have ended in tragedy instead became a path to salvation. And her message is simple. Don't be deceived by glitter and gold. Always trust your heart, and more importantly, trust in Allah. No matter how deep you've gone, it's never too late to return.